My sick mother just wants to pretend everything's fine. She has made me into the enemy because she wants complete control again. Control over her money, control. She wants no one to say she can't buy a car, etc., etc., etc. I'm the monster. Meanwhile, like I said, I had the neighbor down the street practically just yelling at me, you need to become your mom's guardian, get her put in a home, she can't, that's what you need to do, blah, 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 whatever, okay? I had Auntie just 2 months ago saying she was done, that I was going to be taking care of everything, and etc., etc. I even had Auntie, when they at hospital discharged my mom too soon, you know, she called them up, if that's the best you could do for my sister, transfer her elsewhere. She did not want my mother to come home. And then she says my mom belongs in a nursing home. But Auntie doesn't live here, and neither do any of those people, that my mom is just going to place all the blame on me. Everything would be hunky-dory if I was out of the picture. Yeah, I'm going to take what doesn't technically belong to me, and I don't care, because this is a joke, and I know what my mom promised me when she wasn't absolutely just hating me. She made huge promises. She was going to do what anybody in her situation should do if they love their kid, put her house in my name with the stipulation that I can't sell it, that she can live here forever, you know. But in the end, the same thing would apply. Anybody, be it the state, be it Miriam, be it me, if it comes down to it that my mom has to go to a nursing home, somebody has to get guardianship over her. You understand? But the stipulation that put her house in my name and that she could live here is just to make sure that I or any kid, you know, doesn't get the house in my name and then sell it and put the parent on the street or something, you know. This is a fucking joke. I see exactly what's happening. And those assholes out there who think my mom just walks on water and I'm just nothing but this mean, controlling monster when it comes to my poor, sick mother, and I get everything I deserve. Well, whatever, fuck you, you don't live here. You don't know. What's even really more ridiculous, you only know what I've told you, and you twist it all around. I wish people who have lived through similar things as I have could tell you the truth, okay? Of what it is really like. Desperately trying to live with someone like my mother, when I am not just her roommate, when in the eyes of whoever, when I'm scrutinized, I'm responsible. When I first moved in here, I found out my mom was intentionally not taking her Risperdal that she had been put on by her, her psychiatrist. She was intentionally not taking it because it made her dopey. And then she begged me, please don't tell Mary and don't tattle on me. So then I'm in a predicament, aren't I? My mom and lets me come and stay here with her and leave the shelter, but I'm aware of that she's not taking her meds as prescribed. And you get it? And back then I didn't know any better, and I didn't want to tattle on my mom. So I did not tell anybody that I knew, I was aware. I mean, she was taking her meds. She wasn't taking that one daytime pill because it made her dopey. You understand? She made that decision. And she had been doing it for a long time. Because she gets away with anything when she's living here alone. Auntie's not here. Auntie's not hands-on. You see what the kind of position I was put in? But I learned I have to be aware, have to make sure she takes her meds. I'm put in that position. Selena talked to my mom on the phone all the time, and she told me that my mom was actually resenting me that I give her the medication, like that, you know, it's time to take your meds, Mom, or whatever. She thinks you want her to take them. I don't have a choice, my God. And Selena and anyone normal who doesn't hate me understands that. Not my mom, of course. And then, of course, me having to call 911. My mom just conveniently forget all the times Auntie had to call 911 on her. My mom hated Auntie back when I wasn't even living here. But now I'm the monster. I'm the bad guy. And now they both want me, well, my mom and of course my aunt too, takes over complete control. They want me to stay here as their puppet and pay all the bills while they conduct a little experiment that probably will not work. But if I say it probably will not work to Auntie, oh, why do you have to be so negative? Why can't we just try this out? It's a win-win situation. For who, Auntie? For who? No, what a win-win situation is I take the money and my mom could sue me for it if she so chooses, if she's actually in any position to do that. Because at this point, you're wanting to do all this shit and come get her bedroom set and all this crap, and I don't want to even come face to face with you. I don't even know when she's getting out. And you don't even know when she's getting out. Jesus. You think this is a win-win situation because you know my mom hates me now and I'm lucky to get crumbs at all, and you think I would never in a million years do what I'm doing. But I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Now the people who think I'm scum can really call me scum. My neighbor friend said she did the same goddamn thing under the circumstances. And she knows, and I'm going to tell that other one the truth, the one that kept telling me, you have to get this ball rolling, you have to put your mom somewhere, and I was refusing to do that, and I was having nothing to do with her because I didn't want to hear it, and I tried everything in my power. Assholes who can't stand me, like, what about everything your mom has done for you? I appreciate everything my mom's done for me. Her illness causes her to appreciate nothing I've done for her. I saved her fucking life. I've also been her advocate. I have been so hands-on telling everybody in her life, like the professionals, what's been happening to her and how ridiculous it is and what these hospitals have done to her. But she now wants to pretend everything's fine, and she has the same sister who didn't give one, who ripped into me for caring so much about my mom and bothering aunt and whatever, and now she's done a complete turnaround. She can't stand me, and she has ulterior motives that she would never admit. She always has ulterior motives. She befriended that guy who lost his wife, and she took over everything, and he had kids. And in the end, her friggin' family is living for free in his house. I'm sure she got everything, but she would never admit that. She just says, he's my friend, and this, that, or whatever. You would never be friends with this old, mentally ill man. You doted on him in hands and foot, and when my mom was well, she saw through it too. And in the end, you got more out of it than I bet you're telling anybody who you just want to, you know, just like she turns the whole family against me. Want to stress that. He had kids. I'm sure he left everything to Auntie. I don't know, but I know from my mom that her family, Auntie's family, is living in that guy's house. Was living there as his caregiver during his last months, and now they have the house. They have it. What happened to his kids? Apparently one died, and the other one is just, I don't know. He was mentally ill. He was whatever, I'm sure. He signed stuff to have Auntie take care of everything. I bet she got everything. What everything constitutes, I'll never know. I only know the bits and pieces that she shares with my mom, or share, you know. But my mom could see through it. My mom could also say to me, God, she has nothing to do with me anymore. All she does is spend time with him, time with him. She doesn't want to do anything for me. And now she's reached out to save the day, and I'm the fucking monster, Mom. Unbelievable. If you want monster, you can fucking sue me. You were talking about putting your house in my name, so I wouldn't be left with absolutely nothing when you, unfortunately, inevitably, sooner rather than later, wind up in a friggin' nursing home. Only because whoever winds up putting you in there would have no fucking choice. I would fight tooth and nail to not have you in one. That's why I was suggesting what the lawyer suggested, the assisted living. You know, no, my auntie's reaching out to save the day. Why don't you have her get a car, Auntie, too? And inevitably, because I know the truth and you're just fucking telling her what she wants to hear, let her fucking kill herself, or even worse, someone else, because someone else doesn't deserve to die because she's on the road and shouldn't be. Jesus fucking Christ. It's what she wants, people. She wants to have complete control over everything. Meanwhile, we went to the fucking grocery store and she couldn't even help me do the groceries. She wanted a drink in the middle of us shopping, and she wanted to look at, and then I'm like, why don't you just sit and I'll do the grocery shopping, Mom. And then in the end, I couldn't even find her. I had to go looking for her. She didn't even stay put where she was supposed to stay put while I did all the grocery shopping. She wants to pretend everything is fine. The leash was right in front of her face where she'd put it, not where I'd put it. And because she could not locate it, she took Angel out without a leash. And yes, I did scold her for that. Can you imagine how she would have felt? Angel is not trained at all. These dogs that are not trained, I told you, those dogs across the street were probably just in the house doing whatever, but then they saw me and Omar and they bolted across the street. And those people know their dogs aren't trained, but he had the door wide open and didn't close it. He had his screen door open and for whatever reason did not close the door, okay? He knows that his dogs aren't trained. The truck went by and a second later, one dog bolted out and the other. Those dogs could have easily got killed in front of me and Omar, okay? And all my mom got upset. She doesn't want to hear anything I have to say, okay? So in a situation like that, where she's not thinking clearly, I have to tell her. Mom, you cannot take and she doesn't like to hear it, of course, But does she tell anyone in the fucking hospital this? No. Any of the case managers or doctors? No. Does she tell Marion? No. It turns into she tells me what to do, or she yells at me, or whatever. It's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. She took her dog out without a leash when I wasn't home. I couldn't believe it because she couldn't find the leash, that it turned out it was right there in front of her face. She just wants to be coddled. She doesn't tell anyone the things she does. She makes me out to be a monster. I'm going to show her a real monster. Who my friends aren't going to think is a monster. She was talking about selling this fucking house and giving me half of the money. And now because she has turned against me completely, and my aunt is reaching out to save the day, and you know, listening to her every word and believing her every word and telling her everything she wants to hear, like she does, that it's all my fault, and my mom would be fine if I was the butt of the picture. I was supposed to be here as their puppet. Nope. I'm taking the money. Don't care. She could sue me for it. Of course, verbal promises don't hold up in court, but I can legally take money that technically isn't mine. See? In the eyes of the law, doesn't matter. You can read it, people. A joint bank account doesn't matter. If one person puts in a penny or $1 or 100 or 1,000, and one person puts in 50,000, doesn't matter. A joint account is a joint account. And it says in some instances you may be able to get back some of the money, in some instances. But it doesn't say you can get it all back. It says you may be able to get some back. You have to sue. So let her sue. Let her sue for money. She promised me that when she was being, you know, not hating my fucking guts, that I could have to start a new life, and on top of that, $5,000 for Omar's cataract surgery. Of course, none of this was put in writing. It was my mom, you know, doing the right thing for me when she has a friggin', you know, significant 401k that she acts like isn't there. Where is all that money going to go to? Auntie sits there and spouts off bullshit. Everything's still going to go to you. No, it's not, Auntie. If there's anything I know in this life, my mom is going to wind up most likely in a fucking nursing home before she fucking passes away and everything goes to me. So don't even think of telling me that everything's still going to go to me. It's bullshit. There is no way that my mom's not going to wind up in, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but there's no way. Okay? It is highly, and I don't want my mom to die anyway. My mom wants nothing to do with me. I'm taking money that she promised me that she obviously wouldn't uphold now that she hates me. Okay? Is it wrong? Is it unethical? Yeah, but it's not illegal. See? In the eyes of the law, I can do it. Auntie would never imagine that in a million years that I would do it, because she just thinks that I pride myself on being so honest. Yeah, and now I've been backed into a fucking corner where you want to try an experiment that I don't think, knowing you're not some patient saint or whatnot, and just whatever, and everything I've seen with my mom, I don't think it will work out. And then you guys have taken complete control of all the money, and I'm at your mercy. So yes, I know what I'm doing is wrong. And if it comes down to it, my mom can sue me. You know? If she wants to go that route, go ahead. Because I will have changed my name. Omar and I will be in another state. I will have had to live with the rest of my life that my mother doesn't love me. And it'll be the final blow if she sues me for money she technically does not need. And the reason she doesn't need it is because besides the fact she gets way more than enough to live on every month, she's got the 401k. She can access the 401k anytime she wants. She can get money from it penalty-free. Okay? And according to what we were told, because she was going to get the $5,000 and give me that for Omar's cataract surgery, that was the deal we had. Split the remaining money in the bank, which includes my money too, her money and my money, in $5,000 for Omar's cataract surgery. So since I can't access the $5,000 for Omar's cataract surgery, then the money I'm taking is pretty much what my mom promised me. Plus a tiny bit more just to say fuck you. And again, she can try to sue me for all of it if that's what she wants to do. I know what our agreement was. And I'm not going to be left just leaving here with the fucking clothes on my back. It's not, again, it's not illegal. Of course, Auntie thinks I would never do it. But I would think my mom would never completely shut me out. My mom wouldn't say I'm not even allowed to know what happens anymore to her in the hospital. She had made me everything, including a joint bank account holder with her, with Auntie's blessing. You know? And now you're going to turn around and tell me I have to stay here under your good graces as your puppet while you conduct an experiment that chances are, I mean, it might not work, and if I express reservations about that, I'm being negative? Why can't you just try this? Why don't you think of someone besides yourself for a change? Oh my God. Bub doesn't need this fucking money. If Auntie's so positive that my mom's not going to wind up in a nursing home, you know, my mom, they obviously